Hey guys, it's Steve with My Honey's Handmade. So today we're going to show you how to rabbet a frame without getting chip out. So stay tuned. This is what I just made out of maple, a maple frame. I'm not going to show you how to make the frame. It's just butt joints and glue. But I'm going to show you how to rabbet those out to get a clean rabbet when you're doing art pieces. So stay tuned and let's get to it. Hey guys, so I'm working on a 30 by 36 frame out of maple for a customer for a lake art piece I'm working on. And I'm setting up this marking gauge. I'm going to do a rabbet on the back side to hold my plywood back. And I don't want it to, a lot of times when I cut a rabbet, it likes to splinter. So I'm going to actually cut the grain with this marking tool to help, I hope, reduce the splintering, get a cleaner cut. So I've got a 3/8 setup block, and I'm just using that. Now let's run that along the edge. As you can tell, I don't use a marking gauge very often, but I used that setup block, the 3/8, and just kind of ran it along the edge. And that little sharp needle for the marking gauge really wants to dig in. So it really, I figured out, it's really just a light touch. But I went ahead and scored it twice all the way around. And that seemed to work pretty well. Do you ever use a marking gauge for this? Let me know in the comments. Thanks. This little trim router has a small battery, so you could hear it bogging down. I probably should have taken a less deep or a more shallow cut. Hindsight, so I would recommend shallower cuts. But it worked well, and the marking gauge really stopped the chip out. I had one spot, but the marking gauge controlled the chip out, so I was really happy with that. And then I just took another 1/16 of a cut, additional depth on this final pass, just to bring me down to my mark. And this is just where the plywood is going to be glued and stapled to the back of the frame before I pour some epoxy on it. So that turned out really well, and I had a crisp, clean edge without any chip out. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Thanks.